If you've ever stared at a LinkedIn connection request for 20 minutes trying to decide if it's real or a scam, you're not overthinking it. You're being smart. Your distrust of LinkedIn isn't paranoia, it's intelligence. The platform has real risks, but avoiding it entirely means missing real opportunities. So today, I'm giving you something better than blind trust or complete avoidance, a systematic approach to verification that honors both your need for safety and your need for professional connections. I'm Cindy Bennett, and this is your Trauma Wise Career Guide. Did you know that trauma impacts how we navigate our careers, but most career advice ignores this reality? Imagine feeling confident and safe at work while honoring your healing journey. Welcome to your Trauma Wise Career Guide, the podcast that reimagines career development for trauma survivors. I'm your host, Cindy Bennett, a trauma survivor turned trauma-informed career coach and founder of the Resilient Career Academy. If you're navigating your career while honoring your healing journey, you are in the right place. Maybe you've ignored messages from recruiters because you couldn't tell if they were legitimate. Maybe you've avoided the platform altogether because it feels like a minefield. Or maybe you're so anxious about every interaction that it's exhausting. Here's what I want you to understand. LinkedIn removes millions of fake accounts every year. Job scams are at an all-time high. Your caution isn't unfounded. You're navigating a space where genuine opportunities and real threats exist side by side, with a nervous system that's already working overtime. Today, we're sharpening your discernment, not turning it off. We're building a verification system that works with your protective instincts. Before we dive into the practical how-to, I need you to understand something important about what's already happening when you looked at a LinkedIn profile or connection requests. You're not just overthinking it. You're actually working with two different assessment systems, and they're both valuable. The first one is your intuitive system. It's your gut feeling, your nervous system's immediate responses. For trauma survivors, this is often highly developed. And number two, your analytical system, your logical evaluation, the concrete factors you can verify. Here's the complexity. Both can be right and both can be wrong. Your intuition might catch subtle red flags your logic hasn't identified. But sometimes your nervous system responds to reminders of past danger, not present threats. The goal isn't choosing one over the other. It's using both together, letting them inform each other. All right, now that you understand you've got these two systems working together, let's talk about what to actually look for when you're evaluating someone's profile. Think of this as your analytical checklist, the concrete things you can verify. And here's the thing, a legitimate profile tells a consistent story. A suspicious one, it has gaps, inconsistencies, things that don't quite add up. So when you're looking at someone's LinkedIn profile, whether it's a connection request or someone messaging you about an opportunity, here are 4 key areas to check. Number 1, connection networks. Real professionals have networks that make sense. Colleagues, clients, industry connections. Suspicious profiles have very few connections or random ones unrelated to their field. Number 2, activity history. Authentic professionals have platform history, content shared, posts engaged with, recommendations over time. Be wary of no activity or all recent activity despite claiming years of experience. Number 3, profile consistency. Real profiles have coherent stories. Photos match names. Job titles align with experience. Skills match roles. Red flags, missing photos, vague descriptions, timeline gaps. inflated credentials. And number 4, beyond LinkedIn. Legitimate professionals have some presence elsewhere, whether it's on their company directories, published work, industry mentions, complete absence of digital footprint. Investigate. You don't need full deep dives on every connection. Develop a tiered approach based on what they're asking from you. Now, knowing what to look for in a profile is one thing, but what about when someone actually reaches out to you? When you get that message or connection request, how do you evaluate it? This is where things get a bit more nuanced because not every connection request carries the same level of risk. Someone who just wants to connect because you're in the same industry, lower stakes. Someone reaching out about a job opportunity that wants your resume, higher stakes, deeper verification needed. Let's break down the signals. Number 1, personalization matters. Genuine networking includes personalization, why they're reaching out to you specifically. Generic messages require more verification. Number 2, timing and context. Did you just apply and now someone from the company connects? Likely legitimate. Random requests with no connection to your field? Proceed with caution. Number 3, communication quality. Legitimate professionals communicate appropriately for their role. High-pressure tactics or poor communication that doesn't match their claimed position? Red flag. Company legitimacy. Real companies have official websites, multiple employees on LinkedIn, Glassdoor reviews, verifiable addresses. Position authenticity. Legitimate jobs appear on company career pages and major job boards, not just exclusive opportunities. And recruiter validation. Real recruiters work for verifiable companies, have professional email addresses, and welcome verification conversations. If someone gets defensive when you verify, that's your answer. Okay, now you've got a framework for evaluating profiles. You know what red flags to look for in messages, but here's where you make this really work for you. Because the most powerful tool you can develop isn't just knowing what to look for. It's creating your own systematic approaches that matches your specific comfort level and needs. This isn't about memorizing my rules. It's about building a process that works specifically for you. Here's how to do that. Number 1, create a tiered checklist. It should include minimum verification before connecting, additional checks before engaging, requirements before sharing personal details, and your deal breakers. Number 2, protection versus paralysis. If you can't accept any connections after thorough verification, that might be a trauma response. If you spend hours on every request, that's anxiety-driven. Build a protocol that feels manageable. Number 3, graduated engagement. You don't go from stranger to full trust instantly. Connect without engaging. Have initial conversations with limited sharing. Ask questions before sharing details. Maintain boundaries until trust is established. Number 4, information boundaries. You don't owe anyone your full resume, salary history, or references in early conversations. Share in stages. And if something feels off mid-conversation, you can stop responding. You don't owe continued engagement. Now, I want to talk about something that might be happening for some of you. Something that feels really confusing and frustrating. You've done all the verification. Everything checks out logically. The profile looks legitimate. The company is real. The recruiter has all the right credentials. But your gut is still screaming danger. Let's talk about that for a moment. Because this is where your trauma history actually becomes valuable wisdom rather than a barrier. But sometimes it's responding to reminders of past danger, not present threats. You don't have to logic yourself out of a safety response. If your gut says no, you can say no. Your healing matters more than any single networking opportunity. And if you're saying no to everything, even after verification suggests safety, that might be information about where you need support, not evidence you're broken. The goal isn't networking like someone who's never been hurt. It's networking like someone who's learned sophisticated protection strategies. That's not paranoia. That's wisdom. Becoming trust savvy on LinkedIn means developing systems and self-awareness that let you engage authentically while maintaining protection. Your caution is intelligent in a landscape with real risks. Networking safely as a trauma survivor requires more energy and intention than it does for others, and that's okay. You're not doing it wrong, you're doing it thoroughly. I've created a free LinkedIn safety checklist for job seekers, a practical guide with clear checkpoints for every connection request or job opportunity. No more wondering if you're being too cautious or not cautious enough. The download information is in the show notes. And if LinkedIn networking triggers more anxiety than it should, or you'd like help developing a personalized verification system, schedule a free discovery call. The link is in the show notes. Thank you for listening. If this was helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, you've got this. I'll see you in the next episode. You're not walking this path alone. Every step you take toward a trauma-wise career is an act of courage, and I'm here cheering you on. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with another survivor who needs to hear this message. Together, we're rewriting the rules of career success. Keep rising, keep healing, keep building.